Hey guys, top of the morning. Hope everyone's well. This is a follow-up to part one of my video about empowering Ireland, or my idea dreams to empower Ireland. It's quarter past midnight here in the UK, but as an anti-imperialist, I dream to support Ireland, as I talked about in my previous video, just as I do with Asia and Africa generally as well. I thought I'd do something a bit different than talking about Asia. I've been doing just to mix up a bit. But anyway, please check out part one if you haven't already done so. I hope you enjoy it, as well as this one and part three, which I hope to come up soon. So in my last video, I talked about how I dream for Ireland to improve relations with other nations, such as Italy, like Ireland helping Italy practicing football, and in return, obviously they'll hopefully improve their own football, but also, to be honest, in that regard, I hope for Ireland for that idea to benefit Italian football more, but at the same time for Italy to benefit Ireland's economy, tourism, and things like that in return. But as they both have things in common, and look at what they have in common with other countries, such as democracies and republics around the world, trickle nations, things like that, trickle countries. I would say like India, countries like that, how they both fought for their independence. And Leo Varadkar, the leader of Ireland, Taoiseach, how do you pronounce it? How he's part Indian like myself. As far as I'm aware, I'm 1/5 Irish. But anyway, that's not the reason why. But really, it's mainly because that's part of the reason, but mainly because I think they were colonized, and I failed to treat really badly and went through a lot of bad things. So as an anti-imperialist, as I say, I love to support them. Anywho, so I'll try and get on with this list because, as I often say, I don't want the video to be too long. So, anywho, hope you enjoy it. As I say, please share any likes and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. And if you share the video and things like that, to support me as much as possible. If, as I often say, if this video does make any money, I hope to donate that to Ireland as well as the other two videos. Okay, so number 11, I dream to support Irish people to become inventors, or be encouraged and inspired to invent things, and also to look into any or appreciate any Irish contributions to the world, to inventions and things like that. And as I talked about in my first video, to raise awareness of neurodiversity such as dyslexia, autism, and ADHD, and support Irish projects generally, such as engineering, and science, engineering, and maths, and things like that, and entrepreneurship, and raise awareness of and the profile of entrepreneurs. Number 12, I dream share like success stories of both dyslexic people and Irish people generally, and especially dyslexic people from Ireland, such as Irish dyslexic entrepreneurs, and people, people from Ireland who have done well with dyslexia, who have done well. I dream to share that with people with dyslexia organisations and groups in Ireland, and support Irish YouTubers and tourism and things like that, and encourage Irish optimism and things like that. And I've heard the Irish people are really friendly, so I hope to look at the positive things about Ireland and why a lot of time Irish people are liked in so many countries around the world, as far as I'm aware, generally speaking. Number 13, however, I do hope to acknowledge some of the alternative opinions, or some of the things that might be a bit negative in Ireland as well. I know there's been a lot, dare I say that, I know there's been a lot of trouble with the churches and things like that, but with abuse scandals and all that, unfortunately. But overall, I think Ireland is still quite an ethical and good country, and it has been through a lot. Number 14, I hope to look at how Irish people can solve problems of their own, and also build their economy and solve other countries' problems, so that they can also profit from that as well, and help the world to be a better place, including their own country, of course. Number 15, I hope to help Irish people to believe in their goals and set high goals, and again achieve as much as they can, especially Irish people with disabilities such as physical, mental, or learning disabilities, such as dyslexia and ADHD, autism, and so forth, and look at the strengths of such conditions, and also support homeless people and other disadvantaged groups in Ireland especially, but also support the country generally. Number 16, again, I hope to encourage tourism, such as, for instance, people to tour parts of Ireland where it went through a lot of trouble in the past when it was colonised, such as famous or infamous prisons and famous landmarks in Ireland, and promote those as much as possible. On that note, I'd love to have people share things about Ireland, facts about Ireland, landmarks in Ireland, and things like that in the comments below. And just general information you can about Ireland generally. Number 17, I hope to listen to Irish stories and imagination, and again support Irish YouTubers and projects, again story writers, poets, and all sorts of other people who have done well and have become successful in Ireland. Again, listening to Irish success stories, as well as just sharing success stories about dyslexia generally, and also encouraging, and also especially dyslexic people in Ireland itself who have done well. Number 18, again, I hope to hear as many positive things about Ireland as possible, whatever people think is positive about Ireland, and hopefully encourage Irish optimism for the future, like positive affirmations and positive thoughts and things like that. And like how people say it's really friendly and a nice, warm, welcoming place. Number 19, hope to encourage people from Ireland and the Irish government and so forth and organisations in Ireland to support Africa in technology, especially in software. And number 20, and in also Ireland support African nations such as South Africa and the rest of Africa in terms of making peace, and also in general technology, not just software but other areas of technology too, and possibly supporting them and fundraising for them and working together, networking together and things like that, and touring each other's countries and supporting each other's projects generally. Again, I'd love to hear about Irish poets, writers, artists, and all sorts of things like that, especially ones with dyslexia or ADHD, and that sort of thing. I'd love to know what you think about this video, or how I can improve it, or what bits you didn't like or did like, and so forth. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And thanks for any support. I think that wraps it up. Peace and love.